Hello there, Builder Nation. We hope this video finds you safe and well in the midst of these challenging and unprecedented times in our world due to the recent COVID-19 pandemic. With our current social distancing orders and adhering to those guidelines, we're unfortunately unable to meet with you in our traditional setting of our end of the year awards banquet. However, we will not be deterred and therefore have created this program to provide the proper recognition of your efforts and commitment to representing the Apprentice School on the competition field, courts, mats, and courses. You should be commended for your dedication for all you do to be world-class shipbuilders who are tough as steel. At this time, we would like to welcome you all to our 2019-2020 Athletic Sports Awards presentation, where we aim to recap this past sports season by highlighting our builder athletic teams, recognize our individual team award winners, and honor all of the hard work and dedication by you, our apprentice athletes and coaches. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Congratulations to all of our student athletes. When I think about our student athletes, I think about what we do every day, hard stuff done right. All of you, you're committed to our company. You go to work, you work 8 hours a day, and afterwards you come and put in the hard work necessary to be competitive as a student athlete in the Apprentice School. Celebrating 100 years, you're the best of the best. Some of our top athletes, you've competed on national stages and you brought back trophies that we would not have won anywhere else. So I say to you, congratulations. We are so proud of you. And when I think about the entire athletic department, I think about the girls basketball team and what they were able to accomplish this year because of the support of the athletic department, all the teams rallying behind them, making sure that they were successful. And so I say to you, congratulations, best of luck. And to all of our graduates, we're so proud that you were able to accomplish 4 years here in the Apprentice School as an athlete, as well as finishing your apprenticeship. And that's a special shout out to all of you. So congratulations and much success.
Hello there, Builder Nation. Welcome to our virtual sports awards. This is going to take the place of our normal sports awards banquet amidst this COVID-19 pandemic. We hope you all are staying safe and being smart with your decisions, but we want to take this opportunity just to celebrate you for your accomplishments and all your hard work and effort that you put in this past sports season as we celebrated our athletic centennial. So without further ado, we give you our Builder Virtual Sports Awards.
Let's kick off our 2019-2020 sports season by recognizing our fall sports teams. Starting with football. First up is our football team. Your Builders were once again led by second-year head coach John Davis, where he guided the team to an overall record of 6 wins against 4 losses. Underclassmen letter winners. This year's team had 30 young men earn their first-year varsity letter. 22 young men were second-year letter winners. There were 4 juniors on the roster who earned their third-year varsity letter. This year's team had 4 seniors who earned their 4th-year varsity letter, and they were offensive lineman, X-18 welder from Hampton, Virginia, number 53, Rodney Addison. At defensive back, X-33C coding specialist from Chesapeake, Virginia, number 22, Jaquan Chambers. At outside linebacker, Old 43E maintenance electrician from Elgin, South Carolina, number 8, Malik Lyles. At defensive lineman, X43 outside machinist from Capabello, South Carolina, number 1, MacArthur Scott. The Builders participated in the inaugural Neptune Bowl game, a preseason bowl game held at the Virginia Beach Sports Complex versus Randolph-Macon College of the ODAC Conference. 7 Builders were named to the All-USCAA team, and they were senior offensive lineman Rodney Addison, sophomore linebacker Christian Walker, sophomore linebacker Javion Walker, sophomore right tackle Joey Mamano, sophomore quarterback Paul Massey Jr., freshman quarterback Mason Tatum, and freshman cornerback Quashawn Jackson. Now let's honor our 2020 Football Award winners. First up is the Pop Lampkin Award. This senior outside linebacker appeared in 8 games this past fall, where he compiled 6 tackles and 6 assists. He has been a model apprentice in the classroom and on the job and on the football field over the past 4 years. This year's 2019 Pop Lampkin Award recipient is 43E maintenance electrician from Elgin, South Carolina, Malik Lyles. Our next award is for Offensive MVP. We had 2 young men that stood out this year. Our first co-offensive MVP is a senior offensive lineman who appeared in 7 games this past fall. He anchored a line that provided quality pass protection as well as opened up gaps for our ground game. He has represented Builder football in a first-class manner over the past 4 years. This year's offensive co-MVP is X-18 welder from Hampton, Virginia, Rodney Addison. Our second co-offensive MVP is a freshman quarterback who appeared in 5 games this past fall before suffering a season-ending injury. He threw for 981 yards, averaging 196.2 yards per game in the air. He threw 9 touchdown passes and had an overall efficiency of 131.9. This year's offensive co-MVP is X-15 heavy metal fabricator from Ashburn, Virginia, Mason Tatum. Our final award this year is for Defensive MVP. This young man is a sophomore linebacker who appeared in 9 games this past season. He accumulated 31 tackles, 18 assists, and averaged 5.4 tackles per game. He also compiled 2.5 sacks this year. This year's defensive MVP is X-31 electrician from Varina, Virginia, Javion Walker. Congratulations to our football team on an outstanding season, and we look forward to seeing our Builders back on the gridiron this upcoming fall. Now we would like to recognize our golf team. Our Builders were once again led by head coach Joey Mabin, who just completed his 11th season at the helm of the program. This past fall, the team finished 8th overall at the USCAA Nationals that are annually held in State College, Pennsylvania on the campus of Penn State University. Underclassmen letter winners. This year's team had 4 young men earn their first-year varsity letters. 2 young men were second-year letter winners. 2 juniors were on the roster who earned their 3rd-year varsity letter. We had 1 senior who earned his 4th-year varsity letter, and he was M53 machinist from Staunton, Virginia, Jordan Plogger. Season highlights this year included Junior Austin Saylor, USCAA Individual National Runner-Up, and USCAA All-American. 5 young men were named to the USCAA All-Academic Team, and they were Senior Jordan Plogger, Junior Banner Robson, Junior Austin Saylor, Sophomore Paul Bodensick, Freshman Will Graves. And now for our golf award winners. Our first golf award winner is Most Improved. As a junior, this young man continued to improve each season. This past season, he shot an 81 or below in 8 out of 15 rounds. Nicknamed Bam Bam because he hits his driver so far, he's learned to control his links and plays smart golf, shooting a season low of 72 at the Shenandoah Invitational in Kissimmee, Florida. This year's Most Improved Award recipient is X-32 Sheet Metal Apprentice from Staunton, Virginia, Banner Robson. Our final golf award winner is the Most Valuable Player. named after former Apprentice School Hall of Fame coach Glenn Heath. This junior is currently the third all-time winner in Apprentice School history. He played solid golf all season, and the highlight was finishing as national runner-up at the USCAA National Championship after shooting 2 under 70. For his efforts, he received USCAA First Team All-American honors. He sets the standard for his team in his practice schedule and always takes time to help his teammates. This year's Glenn Heath MVP Award recipient is ex-18 welder from Smithfield, Virginia, Austin Saylor. Congratulations to our Builder Golf team on an outstanding season, and we look forward to seeing you all back out on the links this fall. Now let's move over and start our winter sports team recap. Women's basketball. First up is our women's basketball team, the Lady Builders. The team finished with an overall 8 wins against 17 losses. After a mid-season coaching change, the team was taken over by former Lady Builder head coach Bree Hill. She inherited a team with only 5 players, but was able to rally the existing team, obtaining 2 walk-ons to add some depth to the roster, and eventually led the Lady Builders to a record of 6 wins and 7 losses in the second half of the season. For our underclassmen letter winners, this year's team had 3 young ladies earn their first year varsity letter. 1 young lady earned her second year varsity letter. 2 juniors on the roster earned their third year varsity letter. We had 1 senior who earned her 4th year varsity letter, and she was ex-33I insulator from Williamsburg, Virginia, number 4, Aquasia Jones. EMAC tournament runner-up. Senior Aquasia Jones was selected to the EMAC First Team All-Conference team as well as the USCAA Second Team All-American. She also joined the 1,000 point club by finishing her career with 1,062 points, which places her 8th on the all-time career scoring list. Now let's meet our Women's Basketball Award winner recipients. Our first award is the Defensive Player of the Year. This junior appeared in 23 games, started in 16. She averaged 21.5 minutes and 2.1 rebounds per game and was also called upon to guard and contain the opposing team's best player. She did an outstanding job through her efforts, attitude, and coachable spirit. This year's Defensive Player of the Year is ex-33C coding specialist from San Antonio, Texas, Taylor McCaslin. Our final award is the Coaches Award. This 4th-year senior was a staple for the women's basketball program for her entire career. This past year, she averaged a double-double in EMAC league play, and for the season, she averaged 16.3 points and 9.3 rebounds, just missing out on an average of a double-double. This year's Coaches Award winner is ex-31I insulator from Williamsburg, Virginia, Aquasia Jones. Congratulations to our Lady Builders basketball team on an outstanding season. We look forward to cheering you on again next winter in the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Our next winter sport we'd like to recognize is men's basketball. The Builders were led by first-year head coach Tim Sparks. The team finished with an overall record of 15 wins and 13 losses. Underclassmen letter winners. This year's team had 2 men that earned their first-year varsity letter. 3 young men earned their second-year varsity letters. 2 men earned their third-year varsity letter. We had 2 seniors who earned their 4th-year varsity letters, and they were ex-36 rigger, guard from Hampton, Virginia, number 1, Brandon Joyner. Ex-43 outside machinist guard from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Number 24, Sam Morris. Season highlights include the Builders captured the EMAC Tournament Championship by defeating Clinton College. For their efforts throughout the season, they qualified for the USCAA National Tournament in Fayette, Pennsylvania as the number 7 national seed. Senior forward Drew Walton earned USCAA First Team All-American honors, EMAC First Team All-Conference, and Tournament MVP. Virginia Sports Information Directors College Division Second Team All-State. He also joined the 1,000-point club and finished his career with 1,149 points, which is 7th all-time in Apprentice school history. Senior Sam Morris was named to the USCAA Academic All-American team. Junior Corey Joyner was named to the EMAC Second Team All-Conference as well as USCAA Honorable Mention All-American. And now let us meet our Men's Basketball Award winners. Our first award is the Coaches Award. This sophomore guard played in 27 games this season. He averaged 6.8 points and 3.3 rebounds as a top sub off the bench. He showed tremendous improvement this past season, and we look forward to seeing him step into a leadership role next season. This year's Coaches Award recipient is X43 outside machinist from Elizabeth City, North Carolina, Vershawn Ely. For our other award, we want to recognize our most valuable player. This young man definitely left his mark on the Builder basketball program. Over his 3 seasons, he was known as a workhorse on both ends of the floor. This past season, he started all 28 games where he averaged 15.8 points and 11.1 rebounds. He was named EMAC All-Conference, EMAC Tournament MVP, USCAA First Team All-American, and Virginia SID College Division II Team All-State. This year's men's basketball most valuable player is X33 Coding Specialist from Hampton, Virginia, Drew Walton. Congratulations on an outstanding season by our Builders men's basketball team. Our final winter sport is our Builder wrestling team. They were led by head coach Micah Amorowitz, who just completed his 3rd season at the helm of the program and 13th overall with the program. Underclassmen letter winners this year. 5 wrestlers earned their first-year varsity letter. 6 young men and 1 young lady earned their second-year varsity letter. 3 young men earned their 3rd-year varsity letter. We had 3 seniors who earned their 4th-year varsity letter, and they were X32 Sheet Metal Apprentice from Newport News, Virginia, Colton Messick. Also from Newport News, Virginia, X32 Sheet Metal Apprentice, Vanden Schmidt. M53 Machinist Apprentice from Chesapeake, Virginia, Wes Sorley. Season highlights include capturing the USCAA Invitational Championship. The team entered the NCAA Nationals as the overall number 2 national seed as 16 individuals qualified for the NCAA Nationals down in Allen, Texas. Those qualifiers were 125-pounders Colton Messick, Dylan Messick, and Chris Smith. 133-pounders Colin Johnson and Raekwon Jackson. 149-pounders Shalik Cologne and Thomas Allison. 157-pounder William Heath. 165-pounders AJ Dutel, Jeremy Mosley, and Bryson Woody. 174-pounder David McElravy. 184-pounder Wes Sorey. 197-pounder Vanden Schmidt, 245-pounder Russ Pierce, and heavyweight Peter Cortopassi. Now let's meet our wrestling award winners. Our first award for this year is the Rookie of the Year. This freshman was the first freshman to advance to the national semifinals since 2017. He entered nationals as the 6th seed, defeating 3rd seed from Mott Community College on his way to the semis. He compiled 34 wins, including 13 pins without being pinned all season. This year's Rookie of the Year is X32 Sheet Metal Apprentice from Indiana, Pennsylvania, 174-pounder David McElravy. Our next award is the Most Dominant Award. This junior is the type of wrestler that every team needs to win tournaments. He simply puts lots of points on the board. Of his 30 wins that were not forfeits, 26 were bonus points, including 22 pins, and was not pinned all season. He was also the most dominant pound-for-pound wrestler in the NCAA, in securing the most athletic points among all weight classes, and was heavily favored to defend his national championship. This year's most dominant wrestler is X31 Apprentice from King George, Virginia, 133-pounder Colin Johnson. Our final wrestling award is the Most Valuable Wrestler. This young man is considered the 2020 MVP for not only his work ethic and wrestling ability, but for his leadership as a teammate. He constantly works to always improve inside and outside of practice, as well as holding his teammates to a higher standard. He was heavily favored to win his 2nd national championship at the 125-pound weight class. This year's Most Valuable Wrestler is Senior X32 Sheet Metal Apprentice from Newport News, Virginia, 125-pounder Colton Messick. Congratulations to our Builder wrestlers for another outstanding season on the mat. Now we'll jump over and recognize our spring sport, Builders Baseball. A longtime staple as the head coach leading the Builder Baseball program, now in his 42nd season, Brian Cave. Brian Cave was recently announced as a new member of the 2020 Athletic Hall of Fame. When the season was canceled, the team had accumulated an overall record of 13 wins and 6 losses. Underclassmen letter winners this year. 8 freshmen earned their first-year varsity letter. 9 sophomores earned their second-year letters. 5 young men on the roster earned their third-year varsity letter. There are 3 young men who are being granted an extra year of eligibility for next spring, and they are seniors Max Burcham, Alex Wonders, and junior Thomas Packard. 5 seniors earned their 4th-year varsity letter, and they are X42 pipe fitter from Yorktown, Virginia, outfielder number 8, Brent Byram. X11 ship fitter from Chesapeake, Virginia, pitcher number 3, Taylor Hampton. X18 welder from Hertford, North Carolina, infielder number 12, Gavin Nixon. Senior pipe fitter apprentice from Suffolk, Virginia, number 17, Alec Wonders. X18 welder from Cortland, Virginia, outfielder number 4, James Williams. Season highlights include infield sophomore Brandon Lambert was named EMAC Player of the Week. Unfortunately, the final 18 games were canceled, as well as the USCAA National Small College World Series. Now let's meet our baseball award winners. Our first award is the Most Valuable Pitcher. This young man transitioned from a reliable relief pitcher his freshman year to our #1 starting pitcher in 2020. His hard work produced a 4-2 win-loss record with a 2.81 ERA with 29 strikeouts and 32 innings pitched. This year's most valuable pitcher is X42 Pipefitter Apprentice from Hampton, Virginia, Tyler Wingrad. Our second award is the Leading Hitter Award. This sophomore third baseman came out of the gate strong this season as he led the team in runs batted in with 16 and a team best .491 batting average. This year's Leading Hitter Award goes to X43 Outside Machinist Apprentice from Mechanicsville, Virginia, Braden Lambert. Our final baseball award is Most Valuable Player. This talented two-way player was stellar defensively at shortstop as well as carrying a .317 batting average. He was also the closer on the mound, where he recorded 1 win and 2 saves, which included 18 strikeouts in 8 innings with a 0.00 ERA. This year's Most Valuable Player award goes to X11 Shipfitter Apprentice from Chesapeake, Virginia, Thomas Packard. Congratulations to our Builder baseball team on a fine season. The Builder Award is presented on behalf of the Apprentice Athletic Club to an apprentice athlete from each sport that has demonstrated excellence in 4 areas of their apprenticeship: craftsmanship, scholarship, leadership, and sportsmanship. A candidate is selected based on their average shop grade over the course of their apprenticeship, their cumulative academic GPA in the world-class shipbuilding and advanced curriculum, conduct on the job and the classroom, attendance, and their overall athletic contributions to their sport over the course of the past year. Each year, the Apprentice Athletic Club presents this award to the apprentice athlete who embodies the true characteristics necessary to be a great builder, but more importantly, a great shipbuilder. With that said, here are our 2019-2020 Builder Athletic Award winners. This young man appeared in 17 games where he had a batting average of .274, highlighted by 7 doubles, and he also drove in 11 runs. He has performed well in his trade on the waterfront and serves on our Builder Athletic Leadership Council. This year's baseball award goes to X11 Shipfitter Apprentice from Chesapeake, Virginia, Max Burcham. Football. This young man appeared in 9 games this past fall, where he had 23 receptions for a total of 390 yards receiving. He has been a model apprentice during his 3 years on the waterfront and in the classroom. This year's Football Builder Award goes to X31 Electrician Apprentice from Ashland, Virginia, Quatavius Blackwell. Golf. This young man has been a leader for the golf team during his entire apprenticeship in the classroom, on the waterfront, and on the golf course. He also served on our Builder Athletic Leadership Council the past 2 years. This year's Golf Builder Award winner is M53 Machinist from Staunton, Virginia, Jordan Lager. This young lady capped off a stellar career by eclipsing the 1,000 point total while leading the Lady Builders in points per game and rebounds per game. She has been an outstanding apprentice on the waterfront, in the classroom, and on the basketball court. This year's Women's Basketball Builder Award winner is X31I Insulator from Williamsburg, Virginia, Aquasia Jones. Men's basketball. This young man has been a 4-year letter winner and served as a captain this past winter. He appeared in 27 games this past winter, scoring 86 total points, grabbing 36 rebounds, and collecting 17 steals. He has performed exceptionally well in the classroom, on the waterfront, and has been extremely committed on the basketball court. This year's Men's Basketball Builder Award winner is X43 outside machinist, guard from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Sam Morris. Wrestling. This young lady saw limited action on the mat this past season due to few opponents to compete against. She was able to compile an overall record of 8 wins and 2 losses, including 6 pins. She recorded her first ever tech fall in her first ever freestyle bout against Ferrum College. She has been a model apprentice in the classroom, on the job, and on the wrestling mat. This year's Wrestling Builder Award winner is X18 Welder Apprentice, Aaron Aragon. This concludes our 2019-2020 Builder Athletic Award presentation. We appreciate you taking the time to celebrate with us, and we look forward to another outstanding sports season beginning this fall. Go Builders!